morning, just waking up. I'm going to, my husband's still sleeping, so I'm trying to be really quiet. I'm just waking up. I'm going to take the dogs for a little walk, and I'm going to do some resistance training. So I'm going to go walking with you for a little bit, and then resistance training. Okay, let's get started. Good morning. I am walking these little doggies, if you can see. So just finishing up. It's good. It's a good little walk that we did. Try to keep my heart rate at a certain number, so that way it's like a brisk walk to help with fat loss goals. I think it's really important. So this is more of a walk with an intention versus just a casual walk with the doggies. All right, so I'm finishing up here, and then I am going to see you inside. I'm going to be making some of my meals today, so I get to share them with you. Just finished doing my resistance training class. I did a Peloton app class. I did glutes. It's about 30-minute class I ended up doing. And so I just want to remind everyone, this morning I wasn't really motivated to work out, but I remember my why, right? Like we all have our why. I want to work out because I want to feel confident. I want to feel strong, and I want my clothes to fit me a certain way. So that's my motivation. When you have those moments of doubt that you just don't want to move forward, you just want to give up, you're like, why am I doing this journey? Think about what your why is. Maybe it's for your kid. Maybe you want to feel more confident. Maybe you want to feel better in your clothes. Maybe you want to feel more sexy with your partner. Maybe you, for health reasons, we all have a certain reason, rationale, or why. And so think about your why when you have those moments that you just want to, give up. You don't have the desire to work out. You no longer want to do this. You want to just be like, F it, and just totally give up. Think about your why to stay motivated along this journey. Also, I just want to mention something about the scale. Please take into consideration there's other ways to track progress. I've had clients in the past who've gone down 2 pant sizes, 2 short sizes, 2 skirt sizes, 2 suit sizes, but their weight is very minimal. They've only lost like maybe 5 pounds. And that's like body fat that you are losing. So track using measurements, track using progress pictures, and yes, the scale is one way to track progress. Look at the big picture, take a step back. How are you feeling with your meals? Are you having less cravings? There's no overeating happening. So look at the big picture and look beyond the scale, because sometimes if those clients I had, if they only went by the scale, didn't look at progress pictures, didn't look at measurements, they would feel disappointed and would have given up. So remember, look at the big picture, and there's so much more beyond the scale because you want to track fat loss. And how are you going to track fat loss? Your body composition. Look at progress pictures. Every week, use the same clothes, when you're looking in the mirror, is it going to be the front? Is it going to be the side? Try to do 3 different poses, same poses, and be consistent on the day and track measurements as well. That way you can track progress looking beyond the scale. Please take those things into consideration. So I want to share with you what I'm having for breakfast this morning. This is my after workout breakfast. I'm having a glass of pea milk, unflavored vanilla. I really enjoy it, and it's fortified. And then I'm having a English muffin, and then I'm having a sausage that offers a little bit of protein, which is why I'm having the glass of milk to up the protein. And then I had leftover veggies, which is basically like eggplants, onions, and peppers that have been pan fried. And so that's my breakfast. So I just got back from grocery shopping. Sure, I want to share with you what I'm going to be eating for this week. All right. So I went to Sprouts today, and I usually alternate between Sprouts, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, and Aldi's. Trader Joe's I don't go to too often. All right, let's see what we got here. So I got some fun foods because this is part of, something that's really important is to make sure you incorporate things you really enjoy, like fun foods. This way, really important to incorporate things you really like. So I always call them fun foods, your favorite foods, whatever it may be, because this keeps you satisfied. Meals can be super healthy, but if you're not incorporating things you really like on a consistent basis, you're always going to be snacking for something, and this will not be sustainable. So this time I bought some plantain chips because I usually buy potato chips, my favorite, but I'm a little bored of them, so I'm doing something different, which is these plantain chips. So berries, they were having a sale, so I got some blueberries and raspberries. I like adding these to my smoothies, my breakfast, like my oatmeal in the morning, or sometimes with yogurt, like Greek-style yogurt, or even sometimes just as a snack, and I'll pair it with some sort of nuts, like pecans or walnuts. It's really tasty. Bananas I get for my smoothies, and my husband also really enjoys bananas. I don't get too many because I don't eat them that often, and he eats them probably less than I do. So I got some nectarines here. This is my husband's favorite fruit, and so I always try to get something that he really enjoys. So I got some nectarines, and then I got some of these beautiful tomatoes. I like really love tomatoes. I can just cut these up and put salt on them and just let that sit for a little bit so they absorb the flavor, because there's so much water in tomatoes. It's really tasty. But then I got some onions because I'm gonna try making this recipe. I got some right now at the house, but I want to get some additional. Why am I so dark? Something happened with my recording, so I'm gonna record again. A lot of my vegetables, my produce, my food for the week is already out, so I'm going to do this again. Okay, so I might repeat myself, and I apologize because I'm not sure exactly what I had said. So let's see, I got some almond milk because my husband really enjoys almond milk, so I ended up getting that. I got some pea milk. This is my favorite. Unflavored vanilla is what I tend to gravitate towards. It is fortified, so I really do like that. As far as protein sources, I got tempeh, smoky bacon. This is 16 or 12 grams of protein per serving. Add it in a wrap and use a base of like hummus, tzatziki, or guacamole. Pair it with some veggies, add some bread that's got some protein. Have it with a glass of like soy milk, pea milk, or chickpea milk. You're upping the protein. It's gonna keep you satiated. They were out of high protein tofu. They only had extra firm tofu. Can you believe that? So I always carry tofu just because you can do anything with tofu. Legume pasta. This is something I love because it's so easy to make and it tastes good. And this brand specifically, my husband really enjoys, so I tend to gravitate towards this. So use pesto sauce, or you can just use salt and pepper and garlic powder and some oil, and there you go. Pair it with some vegetables. That's your meal. Super fast and easy to make. Vegetables, I got some kind of carrots. This is easy. Pair it with hummus or guacamole. And my dogs like this. It's a treat. My husband likes it. We all like it. I got some bag of broccoli. It's gonna go relatively quickly. I got mushrooms just because it adds volume to any meal, so I like adding this. I bought some basil because I'm gonna be making some pesto. Super easy with walnuts, nutritional yeast, lemon, water, garlic, and that's about it. And then you have pesto sauce. I'm gonna use that for pasta. And then I got some sweet potatoes and purple potatoes. So these are great, but I like adding. Remember, you want to add a protein source and some vegetables. That way it'll keep you full, not just the potato on its own. I got purple potato. I grew up eating this. Like right now on social media, it's like the new thing, but it's been out for a while. But it's a fun color. It's purple, different nutrients you are getting from the sweet potato. So something to think about. You always want to add variety. This is how you get your vitamins and nutrients. Remember that, because I know it's super easy not to have a thought process. Like the more variety, the better you're going to get nutrients. All right, so these are fun foods. So I usually get potato chips, a little bored potato chips. So I ended up getting these rice cake. They're like crackers. They're mini rice cakes. I like them with salt. You can pair this as a carb. You want to pair it with the protein or fat source and add volume. Like maybe it's baby tomatoes or radishes. I got plantains this time around, something different than potato chips. So I'm actually excited to have some of these. And these are some other fun foods. Remember, you have to. Not that you have to, but I would suggest incorporating fun foods, because you can have the healthiest meal, but you don't have things you really enjoy that you love. It's boring, and you're like looking for food. You're not satisfied, even though you're technically full, but you're not satisfied. So these are like things that provide satisfaction to me. I got these cold cuts. These are seitan cold cuts. I love them. Really minimal ingredients, 16 grams of protein. If you want to check these out, and this is something I get very rarely. A little higher in the saturated fat, 23% daily value, but I really like these, and every once in a while I will get them, so that's happening this time around. I got this brie cheese. If you haven't tried it, oh my gosh, I've been buying this probably a little bit more than I want to because they're so good, so delicious. Let's see. I got some frozen berries. So berries that we always have on hand. I got grapes this time for fruit, something different. We got bananas. So my husband likes them. I like them in smoothies. Every once in a while I'll put them in the in pancakes. I'll do them something different. I got some berries. We always have this. Berries are super high in fiber, antioxidants. They're packed with so much nutrition. So I always have frozen and fresh berries in the house. Avocado. No one likes avocado besides me. My husband doesn't. So I'll buy like 2 or 3 so they don't go bad. I got this mayo. This is the only vegan base. It's avocado oil though, so it's a little bit more expensive than I wanted to spend, but I'll try it out. I got this yogurt. This has no protein, but I like this yogurt because I'm going to make my own tzatziki. So super easy. Add dill, lemon, salt, garlic powder, and then add hemp seeds to it. You're adding fat. Hemp seeds have no flavor, and it's high in the omega-3s. You can use this with the hemp seeds in your own tzatziki with all those ingredients I just mentioned, and you can pair it with maybe this, and you're going to add volume. So now it's a carb. You're adding a fat because we added the hemp seeds to this, and then you're adding volume, meaning you're adding color, so it's going to keep you satiated. This is the bread we used, Dave Killer English muffin, something different. It's high fiber. It's a little bit of protein. It's got 3 grams of fiber, 6 grams of protein. So using, like those deli slices, you could do that. Add this. This is really good. I got lemon because I always like lemon, just like if I had in everything. And then I got nectarines because my husband likes them and I like them too. I got some onions just because I'm going to be, I got extra onions. I have some already, but I'm going to be making this lentil recipe, so I needed some more onions. Mushrooms, these are great to add volume and texture. So I bought some frozen butternut squash. I don't like cutting up the fresh. I find it super challenging, so I don't mind frozen. I put it in a sheet pan, I bake it. Maple syrup and salt. I bought these zucchini slices. These are great to add to smoothies instead of spinach and kale that everyone uses. So something different. Remember, more variety, more nutrition. Sliced beets. I add these to my smoothies as well. These are really yummy. These are like a dessert that I like every once in a while. I got some salsa also, like with my tofu scramble. I really enjoy this. Last time I got some random salsa and it was disgusting. I'm throwing it out, so I'm excited to have some of this. And that's it for my groceries for the week. I'm going to be sharing a couple of recipes hopefully really soon on my YouTube, so I'm very excited for that. I'm going to be making some lentils and I'm going to pair it with some rice and whatever vegetables broccoli. So that's what I'm going to end up eating for my meal for lunch today. Really easy meal. So I got some green lentils. I boiled some water, put some salt in there. So that's what's boiling. That's what you guys just saw. And then the real key to this is taking onions. So I would take like 3 to 4 onions. I have 3 and I have 1 that I need to finish. So I'm going to chop these onions up and that's really the key to making this super flavorful. Let's put some onions. So using lentils as a protein I think is a great option. It's, you make a bunch, you make it in bulk and then it's going to last a long time. So I really enjoy that. Let me move this over. So let's see, hopefully I don't cry with these onions. So let's just cut them up. I really like onions. I think it adds so much flavor to meals. So onions to me are like absolutely delicious. My husband is not a big fan of onions. If you could buy the onions chopped, but this is not that big of a deal for me to chop the onions up. So let's do this and I will be back after I chop these all up. The lentils are done. I had it on the stove. I had it on super high for 15 minutes. They're nice and soft now. I have a pan here. This is super hot. I'm going to add some oil. So I'm going to be adding some spray olive oil is what I'm adding here. Super hot here. And I'm going to add in all those onions. So this is going to just take a few minutes. So let me just dump it in here. So we're going to let this simmer for a few until it's nice and caramel, so nice and brown. That's what you want it. That's what's going to give the flavor. We're going to add a little bit of garlic. If you have fresh garlic, perfect. I tend to not because I'm a little lazy, honestly, when it comes to during a caramelize. Perfect. I'm a little lazy when it comes to chopping up the garlic, so I tend to buy like minced garlic. There's so many out there on the market. Put a little bit of that, and then we're going to add cumin in here. Because the next thing that we're going to do is, about 1 tablespoon of cumin is what I would add. So the next thing we're going to do is just going to add the lentils and that's it. Let that simmer for a few. Just get a little bit more brown. Oh, you can smell the flavors. They're so yummy. So this is definitely a budget-friendly meal. I'm going to pair it with my carb that I have right now is brown rice, so that's what I'm going to be using. You guys can see this. Yeah, now you can see that better. So it looks good. So it's like, I'm going to add the lentils in here. Maybe like 5 minutes, just let it simmer. Oh, this is so delicious. I'm going to close this, let it simmer for about roughly 5 minutes. This lentil meal is so yummy. So basically I've got lentils, I got brown rice, and then I have broccoli, and I made my own tahini dressing. I absolutely love this, and all those onions add so much flavor, and the garlic and the cumin, it's delicious. All right, so this is my little snack combo. I want to show you guys what it is. So it's the yogurt that I showed you, and I made my own tzatziki, and I put some cucumbers in here. It's pretty good. But I actually ended up I had some Greek style yogurt, so it's got protein in there. I used 1 serving, 70 grams of protein, and then I added hemp seeds in there just because it's a fat source to help me stay full. And then I'm using these to eat this. I added some cucumbers in here. I can just actually eat this by spoonful, but I'm not going to. I'm going to have it with this instead. And then I'm also going to add some of these little these rice cakes. These are really good. My husband got into these. So that's going to be my snack, and this literally took me minutes to make. So remember, it's hemp seeds. I'm adding for a fat source. If you're using the plain or the yogurt that's not protein, it's basically a lot of dill, garlic powder, salt, and lemon juice, and that's it. It's so good and so easy to make. So this is dinner. Oh my gosh, my hair. I can't wait to get my roots done this weekend. I'm really excited. All right, so I got a salad. I got some broccoli, tomatoes, peppers in here, avocado, and I got half a sweet potato. And then for protein, so it's a tahini dressing that you guys can't really see. It's somewhere on the bottom, but I need to mix everything up. And then for protein source, I've got some edamame. Instead of doing the pods, I enjoy the edamame when it's this way. I don't know, for whatever reason. But this is what I ate today, and I don't think I'm going to have a snack after this. Like, I feel like this is going to be enough food. So that's pretty much what I ate today. Also, what I did forget to mention is if you want to see something on here, is there a topic you want me to discuss, let me know, okay? Just let me know in the comments. That would really help me. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, there's a button there to do that. Until the next time, okay?